What's up, everybody, and welcome to a whole new Beyhive edition episode of Tony Approved. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please make sure that you are liking and subscribing so you can stay in the know of everything that I have coming at you guys. Come on, I have reactions, album spotlights, Beyhive videos every 4th of the month. I go ahead and I highlight all of the things that Beyonce has done. Beyonce was kind of quiet through the month of March, but I still have a few things that I would like to highlight, of course. For starters, you guys, we gotta go ahead and shout out and say a happy anniversary, 12 years to JayZ and Beyonce. You guys' love is definitely going down in history as one of those iconic black loves that we all look up to for inspiration, much like Obama and Michelle and Will and Jada. Your love has produced countless hits, beautiful children, and an inspiration that will inspire people far beyond you guys' life. I'm really thankful that you guys have actually opened up over the years and starting letting us know exactly what some of the issues have been inside of you guys' marriage, because for people like me, you guys were my standard of a relationship. I used to tell everybody all of the time, I want a relationship like Beyonce and JayZ. I want somebody to protect me like Jay does, and I want somebody to always uplift me like B. But to actually see that, you know, your life isn't always that's how you like it, and drunk in love, but sometimes you guys' life is like a 444 or a sorry. So to just let us in and let us be able to see that other side just as more of a human form to you guys' relationship. Hopefully you guys are able to celebrate at home, of course, as everybody's staying home. We need you guys protected at all costs. And I know you guys' mansion is extremely huge and you guys have access to all type of things that Tony Approved is trying to get to. So hopefully you guys are able to really enjoy your anniversary to the best of you guys' abilities. And over here on Tony Approved, I'll be checking out that happy anniversary playlist that Beyonce uploaded on Tidal to celebrate you guys. It's our anniversary. Hey, it's your anniversary. Okay, so earlier last month, we saw JayZ take Blue to a basketball game, and it sent the Beyhive into a frenzy. I love videos and clips from this night because it shows it once again is a moment for us to see the human form when it comes to Blue. I think people forget, because her parents are Beyonce and JayZ, and she was born cemented in the culture, that she's just a 7-year-old little girl. So to see her get shy about talking to LeBron James and hide behind her dad, it's just like, oh, y'all, she really is 7. Like, she acts like a normal 7-year-old. I respect her parents so much for keeping her out of the spotlight as much as possible, which allows her to keep her spirit, keep her innocence and her humbleness as a little child, and be able to experience some things that her parents might not have been able to experience when they were younger because of financial reasons or because they were chasing their dream. I think the cutest video of all was when the paparazzi was talking to Blue and she actually answered them.
How much was in there?
Nothing. I don't know why that's so cute, probably because we don't really get a chance to hear her voice that often, but it was just such a great moment. And I think the other thing that stole that moment was Blue's jacket. Blue walked in there like a boss chick, had her jacket on that said "Blue is my name." So inspirational. I'm gonna get me a jean jacket like that. And it's either gonna say Tony is my name or King is my last name. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna use yet. Shout out to Essence Magazine. I want to shout out an article that they published out, and that was featured on their Twitter account that I ran by, starting a conversation about the tennis shoe line Bates and the fact that they're coming out with this new female line edition of their sneakers, which includes a heel, and they're neglecting to point out the fact that Beyonce stylist Ty Hunter actually created a version of the heels way back in 2005 for Beyonce's #1 hit Check On It, featuring Slim Thug and Bun B. And this is important to emphasize because we as black people are always coming up with it first. And it sounds crazy, but it really is. We are such great melanated people. We're always coming up with the best ideas, the best formats. And unfortunately, it's so easy for big corporations or people of other ethnicities to just kind of steal our ideas and try to make it over as their own. Now, Ty did admit that he got the inspiration from the shoes from Beyonce's high heel Timbs in her 03 video with Bonnie and Clyde, but he still was the one who stayed up all night long, cut the shoes out to make them look more feminine, used that super glue to stick them heels on and make sure Beyonce was able to twerk and pop that in that video. And trust me, those shoes was definitely a highlighted point out of check on it video, because even me as a male, not rewind because we didn't have YouTube back then, but whenever the video used to come on, I used to be so excited just to see that little clip of Beyonce twerking it in her heels and her shoes, because they would stand. I was like, oh, what type of shoes are those? When it comes to debate, really hard for me to believe that nobody at you guys' round table, when you guys came up with the idea of the female heels, had seen Beyonce's check on the video. That's really hard for me to believe. And if for some reason, let's just say in a perfect universe that no one happened to know that Ty did it, well, now that the internet has brought it to your attention and the fact that the coronavirus has shut everything down, it is a great chance for you guys to put them heels on pause and go ahead and bring Ty in and do some type of partnership with him, because Ty has created some of the most iconic looks of Beyonce's career, and he can definitely do the same thing for these shoes, especially since he was the first one to have the idea to do it. I mean, like, come on, dum-dums. And it's gonna automatically cement the shoes into the culture, because anything that anybody does from Beyonce's crew is almost cemented into the culture. And it'll allow you guys to make money, because I know at the end of the day, that's all you corporations care about is money. So if you want the money real good and you want the bags and you really want us to be focused on these shoes, you need to get a partnership going with Ty, period. Mama Tina stay on Instagram, you guys, with her corny jokes and clapping back at all of the haters. There's a particular post that she put up on March the 23rd. Shout out to my homeboy, that's his birthday, where she revisited an old interview during the time that Beyonce was promoting Dreamgirls, where she was talking about growing up in a middle-class family and that her drive doesn't come from trying to leave the hood, but from seeing the inspiration of her family and her love of music. And this really stuck out to me because as a Beyhive member, I'm always looking at Beyonce's work ethic as inspiration and as a way, it's almost kind of like a standard for me to be like, okay, if you want this out of life, you need to be able to put in the work for it. You need to be able to grind. You need to be able to sacrifice. You need to be able to really try to work hard. And I think the biggest message I could take away from this and what Miss Tina was trying to say is focus on yourself, focus on your own lane and what motivates you, and not be paying attention to what other people have going on. You will run into days just like me of times where you're not inspired and times where you're not feeling the greatest and you need an extra push because you went through disappointment after disappointment and disappointment. Those are the great times to look at individuals like Beyonce and other people to see like, hey, they really made it. They kept grinding, they kept pushing forward. I can do it too. But don't start beating yourself down if your life doesn't align like theirs does. Everybody has their own life, everybody has their own motivations, and everybody has their own struggles that they have to step over to get where it is that they want to be in life. One of the most powerful statements she made in the caption of this tweet was that it doesn't matter where you started, it just matters where you end up. Miss Tina and Mr. Matthew, you know, they started out from the bottom and they grind themselves to be a middle class, standard, normal family, and then they went back and sacrificed again to get Beyonce and Solange and Kelly and Michelle and everybody connected with Destiny's Child to another level in life so they will be able to be as iconic as they are today. So generational wealth is important, and if you can, and if you are in a position where you've been able to get a substantial amount of help from your parents because they work hard, take advantage of it and definitely take that ball further. But if for some reason you're not in that situation and you having to grind and get it out the mud, look at them as inspiration, as a way to say, hey, they can do it, I can do it too, and keep it moving. I just wanna say you're mine, you're mine. I just wanna say you're mine, you're... My throwback moment for this month will definitely have to go to Beyonce's performance at the 57th Grammy Awards, where she performed Take My Hand. Now, this performance was very important because Beyonce chose to do this song as a way to shine light on police brutality that was taking place against all of her black brothers and sisters across the world, specifically the males. That's why she had more males on stage, and the performance was meant to highlight black males' pain and to encourage us and let us know, hey, we are strong, we can keep moving forward and to keep it going. What's crazy about this song is Tidal recently put up a playlist called Traditional Gospel Songs, and I was listening to it on Monday because Monday mornings, from the time I wake up at 12, I try to only listen to gospel music, you know, give that time straight to the Lord. And this week, and I was listening to the playlist, it's so interesting because listening to all these old Negro spirituals, it just, for me, I gained so much inspiration and I felt connected to all of my roots and my ancestors and just the struggle that we as black people have had to overcome. Not to mention, I was watching Madam C.J. Walker on Netflix, such a great series. I'm gonna actually upload a video talking about that, so be on the the lookout for that as well. But just the inspiration and just to see how us as Black people, we've made it through a lot, you guys. We've overcome a lot to get to where we are now. Granted, there is a lot of emotional stress and trauma that has taken place in the past generations that current generations are still dealing with, but we still are further than we've been before in the past. We still have Black people in positions that they've never been in before, making history, keeping opening doors for us and keeping us move forward. And I feel like that particular song and performance, especially now during this coronavirus time and this time of uncertainty and, you know, sadness and death and staying at home, it's important to tap into who you are as a person, into who we are as a people and as a culture, and really know that we will get through this moment. And I thank you so much, Beyonce, for always doing your part to highlight and move us forward, even before Lemonade even hit the scene. So what do you guys think about my Beyhive video for this month? Any other subjects that you guys think that I should have added in? Anything that you saw B do or anything connected to B that came up this month that I didn't comment on? Make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section, and let me know, you guys. Love doing these Beyhive videos. Definitely will be back next month with a whole new video. The way this coronavirus is set up, I'm not sure we're gonna get any major Beyonce activity coming up next month, but it's okay because I'm gonna go right down her history of catalog and bring up some of the things throughout the month that stuck out to me. And you guys do the same by leaving a comment down in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want you guys to stay safe and stay home. Before you go to bed tonight, make sure you listen to Bigger, and you always remember that you're part of something bigger than you, bigger than me, bigger than us, and bigger than we. Thank you guys so much for checking me out, and I'll see you guys next time.